If it is found in order, it's granted. You have also a mechanism to oppose it after the patent has been granted. What do you mean by opposition is if you feel that a patent should not have been granted for that invention for whatever reasons, primarily being novelty, invention, and utility, you can always oppose those inventions. So these grounds are there in section 25. Right. So, and the most important, once the patent is granted in your name, you just can't sit over it. So every year you have to pay renewal fees. So if you don't commercialize it, it's just like you start with a poultry farm and then you end up, bringing up elephants. So that's the cost that's how the cost spirals. So there's a huge cost. After every year, after every 4 years, the cost almost doubles. So that's one thing that you need to take care of. So if it does not have a commercial value, you pay it. So they are not interlinked. Interlinked in the sense that in fact there is a study in the US wherein more than 95% of patents that are granted in the US have not been commercialized. Right. So it's not necessary that if you have a patent that it should have a commercial utility. Other way around is also possible. If you look at a lot of products which are there in the market, may not have patents, but they have some commercial value. So patents, as I said, it may not be a patentable subject matter. So most of innovations are based on apps. So apps may not have any inventive step involved and may not be capable of being protected by patents. These are just the fees. So the minimum fees, we have two categories of applicants, and we have three categories of applicants and two modes of filing. That is, one is you have a physical mode of filing, you have an online mode of filing. Online mode is what is encouraged by the patent office. The fees for online mode or the offline mode is 10% more when you compare it with the fees. So these are the patent office fees or the statutory fees. So the minimum fees is, if you are filing as an individual inventor, is 1600. Right? And then if you fall in the category of the small entity, for example, if it's being filed by a small enterprise, it's an MSME that is filing a patent application, then the fees is about 2.5 times that of an individual. And finally, in the case of the large entities, it comes out to be somewhere to the tune of 5 times when you compare it with the individual inventor. Right. So as you can see, it's 1600 for an individual inventor, and it's 4000 for an MSME, and it is 8000 for the third category. That is, if it's being filed by a multinational corporation, or even universities and colleges also fall under the same category. I'll quickly move on to basics patent searching. So these are the databases, these are freely available. First is eSpaceNet. So this has a patent literature of more than 90 countries. And it's not just in English language but also in other languages. It can be Chinese, Japanese, Korean, so all languages. Deals with human necessity, and then you have section B, section C, until section 8. So section H is electricity. So the invention falls in the domain of human necessity. For example, as I said, if you have come up with an invention, a diagnostic kit which is for estimating the blood glucose of a particular individual, then that would fall in the category of human necessity. Likewise, you have operations, that means performing operations is if your invention pertains to a process, so then it would probably fall in the category of and if your invention is in the field of chemistry or biotechnology, it falls in the broad category of section C, chemistry and metallurgy. Section D is for textiles and papers. Section E is for fixed construction, that means any invention which pertains to civil engineering, that will fall under the domain of section E. Section F is particularly pertaining to mechanical engineering. So remember, I gave an example of this particular robot. So if that robot is being used for carrying out surgery, what happens is in that case it will be classified in section A as well as section F. So I'll probably quickly I've talked about this. This is my concept. Please give me 10 minutes if everything is, if there is no interruption of electricity. I hope to complete it within 10 minutes. Please. How many of you, is there any college bus that you have to catch? And those of you have, but the thing is, if I give you that option, I think most of you would leave this call, right? Anyways, for those who have to catch a bus, you can leave. Volunteers. Right, so this is my concept. From the back door, please. From the back door, please. Okay, my concept, I'll just tell you what my concept was. My concept was that I had an idea, I wanted to add a wiper to a helmet. Right? Helmet, you know, the bike helmet or two-wheeler helmet that everybody is aware of. So my invention or my idea was to add a wiper to the visor. So what is the role of a wiper? That means whenever it is raining, so you have normally, in the case of four-wheelers, you have a wiper on the windscreen, but it's not the case when you use a helmet. So in the Kerala scenario, when it rains most of the time, right, in a year. So if you have a helmet, when you have a wiper which wipes off all the water that is falling onto your visor, that becomes a big utility. So that was my idea. So I've carried out a keyword search. I've used helmet. I came up with more than 23,000 odd references. Then I've narrowed it down. So firstly, I've carried out a broad keyword search. Now I narrowed it down. So initially I got 24,000 hits. So it may not be relevant because it may have not just helmet, because it was very broad. And when I took up a helmet with wiper, I narrowed down my keyword because my particular utility is not to look into helmets, but to look into helmets which also have wipers. I came up with only 12 results. Right, so this may be highly pleasing, but it is also highly misleading. Why do I say it's misleading is, this is a database, as I said, this is freely available. So I've gone into classification search. So my first illustration was on keyword based search. So I got 24,000 odd references when I carried out a broad keyword search, and when I narrowed it down, I came with only 12 references. Now, I use the keyword helmet. So what it does is it will run through all these databases and will try to find the appropriate group or class which is relevant to your invention. So when I use the keyword helmet, I came up with so many hits, right? According to this database, the one on the top, so you have some stars being indicated, right? So there are 2 stars. So according to this database, it says that that's the most relevant hit. Right, so it may not be the case. This is just a very basic or a rudimentary example that I am giving, but that may not be the case. It's only to make you understand how to carry out this search, right? So I chose helmets because my invention pertains to helmet. Now when I expand, the helmets, you can see these are the subgroups under that particular heading. So in this, I have helmet covers and all those things. You can see there is also a tab tab D, right? So D is for definition. So if you don't understand what a particular group pertains to, you can just click on D and then it expands and it will give you the definition of what is included in that particular group. Luckily for me, I have a class wherein my helmet, so this particular wiper is there as part of the helmet. So when you use a keyword, you will not be very sure whether that helmet is part of that, whether the wiper is part of that particular helmet. Right. So when you use a classification search, you are very sure that it's just like, as I said, in which shelf you are placing that particular book. So whatever synonyms you use, you are always going to find that book in a particular shelf. Likewise, whatever keywords you are going to use, if it falls in that classification category, you will be able to identify your particular relevant document. So here what you need to do is, you need to first is, I have identified this particular class, right? I have noted down this particular class. I have moved into smart search and I pasted this particular link over here. Please remove any spaces. So if you can see, over here you have a space after the second alphabet, right? So when you copy and paste it, please remove the spaces. And so now as you can see, I've got 433 odd results, right? And these will have the wipers affixed to the helmet. So this is how classification search is more advantageous than a keyword-based search. And how do you retrieve the documents? So if you have got 10 hits, you can retrieve the documents by, first is you can look into the abstract, and if you feel it is relevant, what you can do is you can download the document as PDF file. So you have, second thing, if it's not in an English language, so if it's a Chinese document or a Japanese document, you always have an option of translating it into English language. So you have a patent translate tool. You can just click on a drop down box and choose, if you want to translate it into English, you can choose the relevant English language. And just click on the patent translate button, it translates a particular abstract or the document for you. Now this is the PDF document of that particular patent document that I was talking about. You have a download link, you can download it. Right. This is, you have 10 documents, you feel only 2 of them are relevant, or you have 100 documents, you feel only, if 433 documents, I felt that, let's assume that I felt only 2 of them are relevant. So what I have done is I have selected them, I can download them as one document. So you have multiple patent documents, it gets combined and you can download it as one document which is relevant to your invention. So this is how, as you can see, I have downloaded 3 documents. So the database has combined all these 3 documents and it is downloaded as one file. Apart from that, you can also look into Google patent search. But Google patent search, the drawback is that it does not cover the patent literature of 90 countries. So it's just a developing stage. Primarily it covers the patent literature database of US, Europe, China and so some countries. It does not cover India. With the eSpaceNet, to some extent it covers Indian patent literature, but to a large extent it does not. So the recent applications are being updated. So if you want to look into the Indian patent literature, because there are some inventions which are filed only in India. So if you want to look to that, provided you have not got any relevant hits in the eSpaceNet database, you can move to the Indian patent database. So what I've done is since I've used the classification system, so IPC, as I said, is harmonious across the world. I've used the same code which refers to a helmet with fiber, and these are the hits. You can directly click on these links. These are hyperlinks. The title itself is the hyperlink. So if you click on the hyperlinks, it opens in a new window, and then you can download the PDF document, or you can. The best part about Google Patents is you find the claims and the description as a text, right? So you also find that on eSpaceNet, but you have to click to a separate tab for that. This is something, this probably is the Indian patent database. So you have these many fields to look into. So if you know what the name of the inventor is, or you know the name of the applicant. But in the case of a novelty, if you want to assess the novelty of an invention, you may not be most likely knowing who the inventor is or who the applicant is. So you can directly go into the title or abstract section, or you can also use classification system. But here only we have IPC classification and not CPC classification system. So I'm on the concluding session of my presentation. So if you are serious on filing a patent application, please carry out at least a novelty search. That means one aspect of patentability to look into whether your invention is novel or not. Please, before filing, avoid publication in any format. Right? So could be as brochures, could be on internet pages, anything. Please try to avoid. And even if you have to provide minimum information, right? So which does not render your invention not novel, right? So you can provide maybe what the product is without providing much details in your site. Avoid commercial marketing. So don't put your product into the market before the filing of your patent application. In the US you have a grace period, but in India we don't have this grace period where you can file your patent application after 1 year, within 1 year of a disclosure in public, right? After filing of patent application, please take steps for please take concrete steps for commercializing. The reason I said every year the annuity or the renewal fees keeps on increasing. So you definitely would not like to have a property from which you are not able to generate any revenue. Instead, you are only giving out a lot of money, right? So it should not be something. It should not be a burden on the inventor. Right? If you feel that it does not have commercial potential, then it's better that you abandon the patent application of the granted patent rather than keep on paying renewal or annuity fees after the patent is granted. Okay. I assume you have no questions, and you are very clear with the concept. Any questions further? Fine. If you have any queries with respect to IPRs, in particular patents, you can contact us. That's our site, that's the email ID, and also my telephone number. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
IPSCയുടെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ ഇന്നിവിടെ നടത്തപ്പെട്ട ഇന്റലക്ച്വൽ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി റൈറ്റ്സ് എന്ന വിഷയത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് നമ്മൾ ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കാനായിട്ട് ഇവിടെ എത്തിച്ചേർന്ന ഡോക്ടർ ഐഷി രതീഷ് സാറിന് എവരുടെയും പേരിലും നമ്മുടെ കോളേജിന്റെ പേരിലും ഇവിടെ സന്നിഹിതരായിരിക്കുന്ന എവരുടെയും പേരിലും നന്ദി അർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ഇത്തരത്തിലൊരു അവസരം നമുക്ക് ഒരുക്കി തന്ന നമ്മുടെ കോളേജ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ഡോക്ടർ ജോഷ് വി തോമസ് സാറിനും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നന്ദി അർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ഇത്തരത്തിലൊരു സെമിനാറോട് സംഘടിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിനായി മുൻകൈ എടുത്ത IPSC അസിസ്റ്റന്റ് കോർഡിനേറ്റർ ഡോക്ടർ ജോസഫ് ജോർജ് സാറിനും ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നന്ദി അർപ്പിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു. ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നന്ദി അർപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു.
Thank you.